Hello, I am Leto Enchanted and I am your fighting game VTuber. I play fighting games and RPGs that consist of fighting in it. But also I love talking about pop culture and just gaming news. And today we got pop culture news and some jokes to go along with it. So let's go ahead and cover that, shall we? Sean Penn is recently telling unvaccinated people not to go to theaters, while at his premiere for his new movie Flag Day. At the premiere, attendees were asked proof of vaccination and also required to have masks. Penn then states, I hope people come to see it. Specifically, vaccinated people to come see it. He then continues, if the movie fails, it's not because it's a bad movie. It's only because you're not vaccinated, you bigot. Well, I guess I'm a bigot. Jerk. James Gunn is named in a lawsuit against mindless self-indulgences James Uringer, aka Jimmy Urine, when he hosted a pet theme party. In a lawsuit, an anonymous woman accuses Uringer of sexual assault and battery of a 15-year-old that lasted for 3 years. The lawsuit brings up these photos of James Gunn in a priest costume and Uringer in a rabbit costume. James Gunn said in some tweets that his humor used to be taboo and outrageous when he was younger. But as we investigated, the last time James Gunn worked with Jimmy Urine was during the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in 2014. So that taboo young humor you're hearing about, that has pedophilia involved, comes from a 48-year-old man. But hey, it's okay, because he's sorry on Twitter. Jeff Bezos filed a complaint to the U.S. Court federal claims saying that NASA improperly evaluated his idea for the human landing system, costing them the contract and selecting SpaceX over his Blue Origin. The Government Accountability Office last month debunked the claim, saying that SpaceX had higher marks across the board when it comes to technology and also being $3 billion cheaper than Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. So the only thing Jeff Bezos has to argue is that NASA promised him multiple contracts, and it's not fair that SpaceX got it. That being said, he's left with blue balls. Shang-Chi star Simu Liu recently heard the comments of Bob Chapek during the Q&A for the Disney third quarter earnings webcast, misunderstanding what he meant about the release of the Shang-Chi movie, that it would be an interesting experiment, thinking it had to be about the majority of the cast being Asian. He quickly placed the race card and tweeted, "We are not an experiment, we are the underdog." Chapek's comments was just referring to the 45-day theatrical release. Chapek gets wind of this tweet and misunderstands as well by ever hiring this guy. Ubisoft confirms that Rainbow Six Siege's new operator, Osa, is indeed male to female trans. They decided to make a transgender character early on to have an inclusive roster of operators. Even went on to hiring trans consultants so that way she could look very organic. A queer person even wrote her backstory and is voiced by a trans actress. Ubisoft then goes on to say that her identity is indeed influenced by her gender, but she is also passionate about technology and robotics that will pass on to her gameplay. So if this is accurate, with her new tech, she'll be able to open up her Grindr app to track opponents and overwrite important useful documents with videos of gay pornography. No! 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 007 actor Daniel Craig talks with Candace Magazine to promote his 5th Bond film. As the interview went on, he mentions that the money he makes during his lifetime won't be passed on to his children, and the thought of giving them an inheritance is so distasteful. Craig continues by saying, "My philosophy is to get rid of it or give it away before you go." After hearing that statement, we ask his kids what they thought of his father's new movie, No Time to Die. They quickly respond, "No, there's always a time for him to die." Singer-actress Barbra Streisand, during an interview with the Sunday Project, was asked questions about the different versions of the movie A Star is Born. She mentioned that the next remake was supposed to be Will Smith and Beyonce, but then when she saw the movie starring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, she thought this was a wrong idea, which contradicts her original thoughts back in 2018. In an extra interview, she said, "I think it's great. It's going to be a huge hit for them." But we know now she's a good liar because her nose hasn't stopped growing. She has a huge fucking nose.